Hi, I'm Graham with the Christian County Library, and this is just a short video to show you what you can expect the first time you use Zoom. If you've never heard of Zoom before, you can think of it as a video conferencing app that you can use on your smartphone or your computer. And the library is hoping to use it for online book discussions, children's programs, and lots of other stuff in the coming weeks and months. It's a lot similar to Skype in some ways, but it also has a few differences. So basically, I'm just going to walk you through what it looks like as a patron joining a library program with Zoom. So in most cases, you should have an email or you should have some kind of link to register for the meeting in advance. So here we have an email from the library. I'm going to go ahead and click on this link here to register for the meeting. All right. Confirm that I am not, in fact, a robot. And we've got our name, we've got our email, and we can hit register. So this has lots of details. Obviously, it's got the topic, it's got the time that the meeting is going to be, and it's got this link that you can click on to join the meeting. Now, in a lot of cases, you're probably going to register several days in advance, and so you're going to not have this page up to click on this link. Luckily, Zoom will send an email to the email that you put in with a reminder that you can click on that way. And in fact, here it is. We have our test meeting confirmation. So it's got our name, it's got the email of the person running the meeting, and most importantly, we have the link that we need here, which says click here to join. So we will get this meeting running, and we will click to join. All right, so now because I have not used Zoom before in this example, I have to download the program. It gives you pretty good instructions on the page here of what to do. So it says click on Save File, so I'm going to do that. And all this is doing is installing the Zoom program onto my computer. It's really small and it doesn't tend to get in the way. Then it says to click on the down arrow up here and click zoom.exe. So here's my arrow, and I'll click on this. And it just runs that Zoom program nice and easy. So we're getting connected here, of course. It's going to think for a little while, and we should get in shortly. All right, so the first thing that's going to pop up, if it's a video call, which most of them will be, is this video preview screen. And in this rectangle here, you should see your face that your webcam is capturing. In this case, it's not working because of the way that I'm recording this actual training video. But under normal circumstances, you would see your face here in this rectangle, and you'd be able to either join with video, or if you don't want to have your face and you just want the audio, you can join without. Okay, and this is a feature that you're probably going to run into a lot. This is the waiting room. So for a lot of library programs, the librarian will get a pop-up at this point that says, hey, Mr. Example is here and ready to join the meeting. And so the librarian has to click OK to let you in. This is just a way of making sure that the people are there who are supposed to be there. Obviously very important, especially for children's programs. We have lots of security measures in place to make sure that, that everything runs smoothly for these programs. So the librarian will let you in. You don't have to do anything at that point. The librarian, as the pop-up, you're waiting on them. They let you in, and now you're here. You can test your speaker if you want to. So I'll click on test speaker and microphone. And I will say yes, that I hear a ringtone. And I will say some words. And yes, I hear myself. And I will join with computer audio. All right. And we are in. So what you would see in this big rectangle here where it has my name is the librarian's face from their webcam. And up at the top here in this small rectangle would be your own face. Of course, in most cases, there's going to be a big group of people. So there's going to be a whole row of little boxes up here of all the people. And in the big screen in the middle here is going to be whoever is talking. It will put them right in the middle. So let's take a quick look at a couple of features that might be helpful. One is this mute button down here. In a lot of cases, you might start off as muted. You just click on that to unmute yourself so that you can talk. And you can remute yourself on and off anytime that you need to. A lot of times in a big meeting, I like to keep myself muted so that everybody can hear whoever's talking, and then you just unmute yourself whenever you want to say something. If you need to stop your video without disconnecting from the meeting, you can do that. So what that'll do is it will show your name instead of your webcam feed for a little bit if you need to get up or anything like that. And you can start your video back up. The participants button down here will show you a list of everyone who's in here. And depending on how the meeting is set up, you might have these reactions down here at the bottom right. You can say yes, or you can raise your hand with a question. Depending on the library program, these buttons may or may not be used, but this is where they are if you need to find them. There is a chat feature as well, which is like text chat. So you can type things in the chat over here. And when other people type things in the chat, it'll show up at the bottom of your screen. So that looks like this. You'll see where it says hello here. Or if we do it with the chat not open, we get a little pop-up down here. Okay. Share screen would be if you want to, instead of having your webcam show up, if you want to have what's on your computer screen show up. Probably not relevant for most library programs, but it is a feature that's there if you ever end up using this for school or work. You can record, not really necessary. The library will be recording Zoom meetings if it's the kind that gets recorded, such as an author event. For regular everyday book discussions, we're not expecting to record anything, so there's no need to really worry about that. And then the reactions, you can just put a little thumbs up next to your picture if you approve of what's going on. And that's really just about all of the features. Oh, I guess one more would be gallery view. Up here at the top right, you can change it to be a grid. So in a big meeting with lots of people, this is going to be like a big Jeopardy board style grid of everybody's webcam. So you can see everyone all at once. And then you can click again to go back to speaker view, which is just going to have the person talking, their big picture in the middle, and then everyone else in a row up at the top. It can take a little experimenting to get used to Zoom, but for the most part, it's pretty user-friendly, and of course, we're always here to help. When you're done with the meeting, the leave button is down at the right. You can always just leave the meeting, and then you're all set. If you ever have any questions, the library website is a great place to start. As of the recording of this video, we are still closed and we don't have access to the phones. Depending on when you're watching this, we might be back in business. So you can take a look, of course, at this message at the top of our website. If this is gone, then we're probably back to normal. So right now, while we're closed, this Ask a Librarian button at the top here is going to take you to a page where you can fill out this little form. And this will basically put you in touch with a whole bunch of librarians. Whoever gets to your question first will answer it. And of course, when we open back up, you can click on hours and locations, and you'll have all of our phone numbers for our branches all through here. You can always give us a call if you need help with Zoom, or if you have any other questions. We're here to help, and we want to make sure that you're able to join up if you want to. The last feature that I will talk about is joining by phone. If you want to just call into the Zoom meeting instead of joining with the video chat, you're going to look here where it says or telephone. Look down here. So it's going to have you dial any one of these phone numbers here, any one of these 6 numbers. In my testing, I've used this 312 number, but any of them should work. You call in, and then you get a robot that says, please type in your meeting ID number followed by the pound sign. So you've got your meeting ID number here. You just type that in followed by pound. It'll say, if you have a participant ID, type it in now. Otherwise, just press pound. You probably won't have one, so you just press pound to get past that. And then it'll say, if there's a meeting password, it'll say to type that in and press pound. And if there is a password, then it'll be right here in this email, right below this meeting ID. So that'll be all in one place where you need it. And once you type in that password, the robot will say, you are now in the meeting. And then you can say hello, and you should hear the librarian and everyone in the group meeting, just like we saw on the desktop app there. Again, get in touch if you have any questions, but that's the basics of Zoom, and we hope that you enjoy, and we look forward to seeing you all in person, and thanks for watching.